this probably was not what you were expecting. This is a video going on to a channel that has been dead since around 2016 or so. And it's 10 years later. And I've changed. I've grown a lot. I've sort of reinvented myself a whole bunch of times. Hence the fact that the name of this is no longer Gus Gaming. It's been a journey. It's kind of just been like a lot has changed. I used to be a man the last time I ran this channel, so that's gonna be a big difference. On top of that, like, I've graduated from high school, I've been going to college, but I'm thinking about taking a gap year because life's kind of been rough, and I guess kind of half the reason I'm coming back here in the first place is I just want something simple to do that will get me making something that's gonna, like, not exactly stretch my creative juices, but something I can, like, do idly in the background. And maybe I'll talk about some things, and that should be fine. This doesn't need to be anything super complex. This is just gonna be me sort of, like, rambling a bit as I play an old game that I haven't played in literal years. And on that point, like, yeah, I've grown, obviously. I don't know where to take that. I'm sorry, my bad. But yeah, I guess it's good to be back, as always. And there's not going to be any sort of, like, loud, bombastic moments or crazy bullshit, because I don't want to force it. I just want to be me for an entire video series and be a little bit softer spoken and a little more considerate as I usually am. And on that note, yeah, I'm going back to just making Minecraft videos like I used to. Version might be a little different, but I mean, that's how it is, I think. It's just, I've discovered that I do kind of like beta versions of Minecraft more than I do, like, the retail versions. Which isn't a bad thing. It's just, it's a preference, I guess. And preferences are nice. In terms of school life, I started off trying to go to college, trying to get a computer science degree, and I very quickly learned that a lot of the stuff that we are currently teaching is predicated on a technology that, charitably speaking, I do not think of highly. If you're anything like me, you've grown to kind of loathe AI in some ways. Definitely, like, the way I view it is it's kind of a real problem as a technology. It's not the greatest. If I were to offer advice for anybody currently using it, my genuine advice is hop off of it. Try and do some thinking for yourself. And it's going to start off hard. It's not going to be easy starting out. Thinking for yourself is a skill. It's like a muscle. And you learn by doing. And unfortunately, if you don't nurture it by using tools like ChatGPT and whatnot, that sort of like critical thinking skill winds up beginning to atrophy. As such, like, I feel like a lot of my generation that I've talked to that tends to rely heavily on generative AI technologies and such kind of winds up being insufferable to talk to, low-key. Oh gosh, okay, I'm sorry for like ragging on a little bit. It's not my place to be super like anti-AI or anything. That should be like the default, but like at the same time it's not the biggest deal. Alrighty, I think that's gonna be a good place to put a mineshaft door, potentially. Once again, also, like, apologies if this sounds a little bit scatterbrained, because it kind of is. This is a very spur-of-the-moment thing. I don't know if I'll ever update this channel again after this video. I just felt like it would be a good thing to do in the moment, and might be helpful as I work through therapy and work on myself, and maybe I can keep this as a journal, just like, this is how I've changed. As I've become, like, more confident in myself and more cognizant of my abilities as a person. Which, who knows? Maybe this will be helpful, maybe it won't be. It's comforting to just speak into a microphone about nothing for like a good 30 minutes or so. Although, I don't know. I think probably the goal for this first couple of days or so is just probably going to be like gathering materials. Maybe find some iron. Oh, speak of the devil. That's nice. Not a lot of it, but actually not a bad vein. surely I can go back up here. And establish a little hut up here. I guess while I'm here, I think I discussed this early on. If you're wondering why I decided to run stuff on beta Minecraft, honestly it's just because I felt like it. Like, I've played vanilla Minecraft worlds so often, and I almost never finish them. I never get to the Ender Dragon. I feel like I feel like for whatever reason, like I'm supposed to be obligated to, and I never do. My playthroughs always stop once, like my worlds always stop right as I start, like, okay, yeah, it's time to go fight the Ender Dragon, and I'm supposed to gather all these materials. And the material hunt, with all due respect, is not a thing I find fun. Like, it's there, and it's... somebody probably likes it. It's not for me, though. And that's gonna be... it's probably gonna be important for me to establish something here at least. Get a furnace going. Get some of my ore smelting. And remake my pick so I can go a little bit further down. I guess while I'm here, I can also go on some just small tangents. So, yeah, like, I think when I was talking at the beginning of the video, I was not lying. I did, in fact, change my gender. I used to be a very different person. I used to go by he, him. If somehow anybody's watching this from the time when I was if anybody who's like been following me since the beginning of high school is watching this, that's one, like, what the hell are you doing? And like, on the other hand, like, yeah, it's probably gonna be a bit of an adjustment, but that's alright. I mean, it was for me too. There's definitely been some, like, unique struggles that's come with that, but I appreciate having what I do, and even if I don't sound the greatest sometimes, my voice is kind of shot. It is what it is. Be some gravel to harvest for later. One of the things I've discovered about this older version is that Gravel paths look very, very nice. I'm gonna harvest some more iron. That's nice. God, before the programmer art style, before everything else. This is a beautiful game. Long time ago. Not to imply that's not at least good looking now, but the look of the game has changed. That's alright. And sometimes change is good. I would, at the very least, rate some of the changes I've had very highly. I think I've grown as a person. And part of it is, like, being more soft-spoken, but also, like, you know what? I'm okay with being cringe. I don't mind it. In some ways, you have to kill the part of you that cringes and just be yourself, and that's the best you can do. And there's not going to be any... And, like, you don't force yourself to be something you're not. Like, I'm not trying to, like, be the loud YouTube person. Nor do I really want to be. I kind of just want to be here. And just sort of exist within this world and ramble as I do. Which probably isn't very entertaining, but it's my channel. And that's what I want to do with it. Yeah, I'll go and... This is not a bad gravel yield. Whoa. I don't quite want to venture in there yet, but that is a thing I'm going to remember for later. There's a cave there. Yeah, my voice has changed pretty notably. More so that I've, like, worked on it very hard. Voice training's a pain in the ass, if you're unfamiliar with it. My advice, if you are thinking of doing this for yourself, voice training sucks. And I would take it at your own pace. There's nothing saying that you absolutely have to. Oh, fuck! Ow. Oh, like 2 whole hearts gone. So the other thing about these old versions of Minecraft is this is like a pre-hunger bar system. Which on one hand means that you don't have to go searching for food all the time if you're good. On the other hand, it means that damage you accrue is very much a permanent thing. Until you can get yourself healed. Which is why I'm being a bit more cautious about going and venturing into those various spaces. hope that once my pickaxe breaks, things look a little better upstairs. Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna go check it out. And also, this is gonna be completely unedited. There's going to be zero effort put into this outside of just playing the game and talking. Because I don't feel like putting that extra effort in. Not that it's not going to be worth it to do that eventually if I do ever feel passionate enough to do stuff like that, but at the same time, it's just, I don't right now. I just want to fucking exist. Yeah, I guess if nothing else, this serves as like a good goodbye video. For better or worse, there is no more Gus Gaming. That side of me is long since vanished, and even if I don't hate it that much anymore. Because it's just like, yeah, that's what kids do. Kids go online and they make dumb shit, and that's alright. As strange as that sounds, it's more of a sort of like smile because it happened situation for me. I haven't seen any. I will admit I haven't seen any pigs yet, which would be great for me. Low-key, that might... Nah, that's not going to be great. It's not going to go super far in. It's just going to be there. It was neat that that formed, though. If you're unaware, caves are not a natural structure in this game. Whoa. Look at that. Damn, I haven't seen terrain naturally generate like that before. That's cool. Gonna make a little square cobble hut. Because I don't have a lot to lose here. And once again, nor do I really want to spend a ton of effort on this. It's gonna be what it is. I guess, like, if this keeps going on, maybe I'll have more to say next time. But it's like, now I just felt like a good idea in the moment, but now that I'm, like, on it, I just don't feel like I have a lot to say, really. This is more just stating that I'm alive and I'm not dead. And even if it's currently rough out there, I'm still alive. Well, there we are. Yeah, and here's the other thing. Pre-adventure update. I think only pigs dropped food. Yeah, it's pork chops, and otherwise you had to farm for it. And you also couldn't breed animals, so you had to spawn semi-regularly. And food also didn't stack in these old versions, so you're more incentivized to make good use of the health you do have. Oh god, pre-swimming update, swimming controls. No sprinting, no nothing. So this is going to be just a slower version of this game. Which is sometimes a virtue. Like, it feels good to have like a slower version of Minecraft where I don't have to rush to defeat some big end goal. I just get to wander around and do things. Sheep's probably pretty important. If I can get a bed early on, that'd be just dandy. There are many sheep all over the place. Alright, that's 3 wool. That's a lot of pork chops. It's all going to be useful. Might as well carve into here just a little bit. Place some torches down. I'm going to craft the bed. And I think that's a good place to leave off for the time being. With that, I think I'm going to stop recording. I'm just going to leave this be. I don't know if I'm coming back. I may or may not. Who knows? If I do, I'll be happy to keep playing and talking to people. See ya.